Hello everyone. In today's live I'm going to be using some aqua blend colouring pencils, and these are watercolour pencils and they are by Spectrum Noir, sorry. Is anybody out there? Please pop in and say hello. So I've just got a little jar of water and there's my tissue. Got tissue just in case, just to dab if I need to. Well, I'm gonna go in with yellow first, and what I'm gonna do is just dab it into the water. Let's go up here. And I'm just using cardstock and not watercolour paper. Hi Suda. Hi Addison. Thank you for joining me. I was just showing the pencils I'm using, and it's by Spectrum Noir and they're watercolour pencils, so they're aqua blend. So all you have to do, you can either put it on straight then use the brush with water, but I'm dipping my pencil into the water. Hi Sue. Hi Vikash. Hi Billy. Thank you all for coming. And I'm just using the pencil really as a brush. And you can get these pages free from Ilene Vink, and she has a YouTube channel, Adult Colouring, and she also has a Facebook group where you can download these pages for free. She normally gives a couple of pages free, I think once a week. And the pages that she does give free, she works on her YouTube channel. I'm good, Vikash. How are you? Thank you, Vikash, for the like. How is everyone? I was going to come on and do a live yesterday on wood carving, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But I'm hoping maybe just to do a video on wood carving at some point, maybe later on today or tomorrow. I've not done any practicing as yet. Can you all hear me okay? So I'm going to put the yellow down, and I'm going to add a orange, if I can find an orange, yeah. Quite a deep orange there. Dip that into the water. Oh gosh, that's quite vibrant compared to the yellow. I'm going to go back with the yellow and see if I can blend that. And because I'm not using watercolour paper, the paper's just sort of absorbing the water, so I won't get sort of the same effect as I would if I was using watercolour paper. But I think that's not too bad. It is a nice picture. Like I said, you can get this free and print it off, download it and print it off from the adult colouring group on Facebook. I will put the link in the description box. Has anybody used watercolour pencils before? Thank you, Suda. Like I said, I will put the link in the description box once I've done. I'm going to put some more orange on this one because there's quite a lot of dark areas. And what's brilliant about these pages, they do have the light and the dark, so you know where to shade and where the light's hitting. As you can see, this one's quite dark and that one's very light. So I would assume that'd be more yellowish and with a bit of darkness on this side, where this has got a lot of dark areas. I would suggest though, if you're trying this out, to do it on watercolour paper. Print it off on watercolour paper. I think the paint will go down, the pencil will go down so much better. And the paper will handle the water better than this cardstock. I mean, it's not doing too bad, but if I add too much water, it might start buckling and the paper might break, tear. Thank you, Suda. I'm going to go to this one at the top with the same yellow. What did you guys do during the weekend? Are you still in the caravan, Alison? Did you go anywhere nice, Suda? And with this one, I think I'm going to go with a light orange and just hit those areas that's got the shading on it. Yeah, I do feel that the pencil isn't gripping onto the paper as well. But so far, it's okay, as long as I don't oversaturate. I'm just following the lines on the picture. Yeah, there is a difference there between that one and that. Might bring this out a bit. See if we can get a better blend. A little bit better, I think. I'm going to go up to this one, because that's a different flower. It looks more like a rose. So I think I'm going to go red. And guess what? I couldn't find my pencil sharpener, but I found this one. But it's not as big. It's not big enough for these pencils. But I'll try to. I've got it on one side, it wouldn't catch on that side. So let's try that. Oh, that red's nice and juicy and vibrant. I don't know, it looks more like a magenta. I'm going to go in with a lighter colour. a lighter red. Let's see. I do put things in places where I think I'll find them, but nope, I can't find anything in my craft room. And I do it every time. I put things away and I think I will remember, but I don't. I should really label every drawer and maybe put a list of everything that's in that drawer so I don't forget. Thank you, Sue. This is more of a blood red. Not very, doesn't really look like a flower. I'm sure. Let me go with the lighter red first. Putting a block of colour down. And then going in with the dark. Again, trying not to saturate too much. I actually prefer the technique where you put the colour down, then use the brush. I might try that. Let me grab a brush. Yeah, let me see if I can get a little brush. Yeah. So let me go for another rose looking flower. Got one there. So I'm going to go with the light. Just dab in the water off that. Let me see if I can sharpen that a little bit better. Yeah, I need another sharpener. Still, right, okay. So what? This is the. What did I say? This is the dark. The dark. So I'm putting it on dry. And you can tell me which technique you prefer. I'm actually pressing down a little bit harder to get the pigment down, and I'm going in with water. I suppose you can control it a little bit better this way. Might need a bigger brush. And you can control it a lot better. And you can move the paint around. easier. I think this technique is better if you got an intricate piece, if you need more detail. And I think the other technique is better for quickness and less detail. Putting the other red down. Yeah, unsure. I think I like that better than that. Okay, Suda, we'll see you in a bit. The colour pencils, normally Spectrum Noir, I would say, is a bit expensive, but I got these in a sale, and that was a good number of years ago. I think it was around 2014-15 I got this, and it's a set of 24, and it comes in 4 sets. They sell them individually. I don't know how much they are, but I did get a discount, a very good discount, and that's why I've got all 4 sets. But you can get cheaper ones everywhere: Amazon, Temu, your craft shops. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a big brand. Just get the cheapest one and play with. I think I'm gonna go with the pencil. Yeah, I did look on Amazon, and yeah, they've got really cheap ones on there. Large sets with a full colour range. Oops. Gosh, it's very windy here today. I don't know if you can hear anything bashing around outside. Might go back to the yellows and the orange. And with this technique, I'm not worrying about painting next to something I've just painted. There's no way it's gonna sort of blend together. It is very much controlled in the area. I suppose another way, let me just clean the brush off, don't want no red on there, is to put brush to pencil and put the paint down that way. And that's good if you want more control of where the paint is going. Let me get the orange. I'll go with this orange. I do like that. I think compared to the other two techniques, I do prefer this one. You do have more control and you can get into the intricate areas. And of course it also depends on what brush you're using. You can't really do details with a big brush. I'm going to go in with the darker orange. More festival, Suda. What's the festival? What's it called? See, that is really damp. I'm just following the shading that's in the picture. What colour should I do the centre? Is that more of a brownish colour? I would think brown. I can't help brown on this set. I'll go with two browns again. A light brown and a dark brown. Get the red off there. I've got this dark brown here. Maybe go with the light brown actually. This one. I don't know what colour the insides are. Of course, and we've got, yeah, the Ganesha festival. And Diwali, oh my gosh, that's coming around very quick. Should the centres be brown? Am I doing that right? Or do you think it should be another colour? Going with the light again. Maybe a bit too much water in there. I'll go in with the dark. I didn't add any water to this one because there was plenty of water down on the paper. So that's what we've got so far. Thank you, Suda. Trying to get comfortable on this chair. Back to the yellow. Let me see if I've got a different yellow that I can use. Oh yes. This is another one of the sets. And I'll show you the set. They come in themes. So I'll say this one's got everything and the colours are on the bottom. 24 colours. So the theme is sort of like birds. This one's more floral. And that's the yellows of using and the orange in there. And we've got this one, naturals. Oh, it actually says on the top, at the top, primary colours, florals, naturals. And we have the essentials. And I do believe that is the only 4 sets that they do, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to use the yellow and the orange in this one and see if it's any different. Let's try this yellow. I'm going to wash my brush. Make sure I've got all the red and brown off that. Pick up some colour. Let's do this one. Oh, that's a very vibrant yellow. And this was from what set? The primaries. It goes down quite vibrant, but it dries a little matte. A bit lighter, I should say. I do like this yellow. I do like it. So if anybody would like to do a live with me, just send me a message, let me know, reach out to me, because I would love to do something with anyone that's interested. And like, if you wanted to do a specific thing, I don't know, eco resin, painting, drawing, yeah, just let me know, reach out, and we can do a live together. I think I'm allowed 6 people on Restream, but only 2 or 3 that's allowed to post to their channel. So if you don't mind that, and even if a few people want to get together with me, even better, we can do that. So yeah, please reach out. I'm trying to get my view numbers up, my viewings, because I've been away for what, coming up nearly 4 months now. I've not done much of anything. I've done bits and pieces, and I'm trying to get back to a routine. I used to post a premiere on Monday, have a video for Wednesday and for Friday, and yeah, I've not yet got back to that normal routine, but I'm trying. And hopefully I'll get back to the neurographic art, because there's a lot more that I want to do with that. I wanted to expand on the chakra colours, so I'm hoping to do premieres on that, and I've wanted to do that for months now, so it'd be nice to get back to a routine and get the projects that I wanted done out. Using this orange from the primaries again. Not as dark as the other one. I might have to go with a darker orange. I'll go with this one first. And I am preferring this technique, brush to pencil. I was saying, Suda, I don't know if you heard when I was talking about the price of the pencil sets. Did you hear me say that, or would you like me to repeat it? I'm going to go in with a darker orange. Oh, sir, you must be exhausted. I know how that feels because I've had days and days, weeks and weeks without sleep. And the only thing that was keeping me going at the time was adrenaline. But it does catch up with you, so I'm going to put some of that lighter orange in there, get rid of the dark. Yeah. What do you think? It's different. All three of those are different. That one's very different. I don't like that one at all. Oh gosh. Is the shop close by, Alison? How far do you need to go? I think my carer's going to be here at 6 today. They tried to change my care time and I wasn't having it. They had me down for between 4 and 4:30 and I'm like, no, 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 no. That's just too early. I normally have sort of like between 6:30 and 6:45. And I said, no, I want my normal care hours, please. At least at 6:30. You know, I'm not really going anywhere after that time. I'm in the house, so I can have a shower and be ready for the evening. But not at 4:30. No, that's just too early. Blend that in a little bit and see how that looks. I like that. I like that a lot. Go back in with the light brown. And the dark brown. And I'm not washing the brush off in between the browns because, you know, they're the same. Yeah. think I'll stick with that yellow. Yeah, make sure I've got a clean brush. Oh, I would ring them now, Alison, because what's the time? It's, yeah, 14 minutes to 5. Doing this one. On Saturday, Bailey and I did over 2 miles on the scooter, and that's the furthest we've been. We went all the way from Jaywick to Clacton, and we turned back just before Clacton Pier. So yeah, just over 2 miles, and with a rest, we had a couple of rests, and Bailey went on the beach and had a little run around and made friends, and yeah, had drinks, like made sure he was hydrated, and he loved it. But before we get to the main road, there's no pavements on the main road here, but there's alleyways that cut through all the way up to the top. So we've got to do that. We go through the alleyway, and I let Bailey either sit on my lap or where my feet are. And because it's like overgrown, the alleyways, so it can be quite nasty in there. But yep, he sits down and he's well behaved. Then when we get to the pathway that takes us to Clacton, I let him down and he walks, and he loves it. And I got him a cap. I know it sounds silly. He's got a cap to protect him from the sun. So hopefully we might go out again tomorrow. I'd like to go all the way into Clacton town centre. But I've also bought one of those carriers that you can, like a backpack, but you can put your cat and or your dog in there, and you can either have it hanging on your back or your front. So I've got that too. So that's another option, because I don't want him walking in town because he goes crazy seeing all the people and the dogs, and he just wants to go to a different direction to what I want to go to. So I think that would make life easier on me. Yes, he is spoiled. My baby is spoiled. It is all about Bailey. Try a lighter orange. Just blending it out with that lighter orange. Oops, and I've lost my brush. Not sure about that one. Put that in the water there. Just trying to wipe some of that water off. And I think I'll go back to the roses. You see, we've got another red that I can use. Let's try this one. Red berry, it's called. So let's try red berry. And that's from the primary set. Oh, it's quite dark, yeah. I've not gone too fast. I did try a little bit when Bailey was on my lap, but no, we're keeping it at tortoise pace at the moment. That's even darker than the other red that I was using. What were the other reds called? Cherry and strawberry. That seems more pink. That seems more orange. And that's red. Let's try this pinky. Yeah, because that, I don't even know if this will show up now, because that's really dark. Yeah, that's very dark there. So I'll go with this one first. Let's do this big one here. Yeah, let's go up here and do the same to this one. That's one here. Is that all the roses? I'm not sure what that is. I might colour that in as a rose. sort of side profile. Then I'll go in with the darker red. Like I said, I'm just following the lines. Nothing difficult. I'm literally just putting the tip of the brush into the water. I'm not letting the water soak the brush completely. Get that up, and I'm just gonna put more water. Yeah. Yeah, we did go in too dark in that one. Now, what do you think? So I'm going to go in with some greens. Make sure the brush is clean. In there, making sure that I'm putting them back in the right. Yeah. Oh, I've got greens in this one. We've got, what's this called? Parakeet. So I'm going to try parakeet and see if we can get a darker green. But I'll use this as a base. I'm sure. Looks quite light. I might go darker. And this one's called bright green. There you go. Let's try some bright green. Yeah. Then I'll go in with the darker green, all the darker areas. Thank you, Alison. I'm glad you like it. I'm assuming all this is foliage. So I don't know if anybody's seen Alison's drawings. They are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. She's got a great talent there. And if you haven't seen Alison's videos, you should, and you should subscribe to her channel, because her resin work, her clay work is, as far as I'm concerned, out of this world. She takes it to the next step, which I find fascinating. So if you haven't checked her channel out, please do. We've not seen a lot of Sue recently. She's had a lot going on, but I hope she'll be back soon, putting out videos. And that goes for Coral and Julia. I'd love to see them back, putting out videos, new content. I do miss Coral. take the green up here. I'm going in with the brush very loosely, just letting the brush do its thing. I think I will go in with a darker green and see if that makes a difference. Bottle green. That's the darkest one I've got in the set. There is another one, but it looks more like a bluish green. I'm just going to put that in the dark areas. Oh, the other thing I haven't mentioned is you can use your normal colouring pencils on top of these watercolour pencils. So you could initially just put a block colour down and go back with your colour pencils and put in the details. I think that will just make, your painting pop. It'll give it the dimension it needs. And is Vikesh still here? I don't know. Does he have a channel? No, maybe he's gone. Is Suda still here? Right. I think I'm going to leave that as that. I'm just going to put a little bit more up here. Okay, what colour should I do the jar? Am I? Thank you, so. I mean, this is an easy one. I mean, we can go into greater detail, but I'm keeping it to the basic. And like I said, which I can do if I've got time, go in with some colouring pencils and put in more detail. So we might do that. So what colour should I do the pot? Hi, Miss Frances. Thank you for joining. How are you today, Frances? Have you heard from Miss Wanda at all? Should I go for a blue for the pot? Because nobody's telling me. Nobody's helping me out here. I think I've got, what is this one called? Regal blue. And the darkest blue is opal blue. So I think I'll put regal blue down. Beige. Alison saying beige. You think? Because we've got a lot of yellow and orange at the top here. And I don't know if I've got beige. I've got browns. I suppose that could do, yeah. Are you sticking with beige, Alison? Oh, that's great. And Miss Jeannie's gone home. Oh, I hope Miss Wanda's okay. That's good to know. Yes, it might overtake the. Yeah, you got me. I was thinking of a contrast colour. What about a lighter blue? What about this blue? And not go too dark. Um, there's purples, there's mauves, pinks, light blue. I think this is the lightest blue. Let me look in the other packs. And that's purples. Oh, I've got a lighter blue in the naturals. So let me put this one back. Let's see what we've got in the naturals. Okay, yes. Sky blue. Let's try sky blue. Get the green off my brush. We've been looking at different techniques, Miss Frances, on how we can use these aqua colouring pencils. They're watercolour pencils. And I found that I prefer this technique, wet brush to pencil. Is that light enough? We'll have to go darken the shade areas. I don't know if you can actually see it. Follow the direction of the pot, because that's what we should really be doing. And I'm gonna add a bit of the dark blue and blue marine. Hopefully not too dark. You can see it. Oh, that's good. Got quite a lot of shadows going on here. And what I might do is just with a wet brush drag that across. Yeah, the paper is buckling, so I would suggest if you are going to put more water down, use watercolour paper. What do you think? Hi Ray, hi Sandy, thank you for joining us. So what I'm going to do is put my brush back, put these colours back, and I've forgotten what came out of what. I think I've got that goes there. If you just bear with me, let me put my colours back, otherwise I'll forget what came out of there. There we go. Oh dear, I found them all over the place. Perfect. And what I'll do, I'll get my colouring pencils out. just basic colouring pencils, and I think I've used these before on the live. 72 colours. Let me get it out. Yeah, it comes on a tray, a plastic tray that, yeah, doesn't always hold the pencils very well. So I'll put those there, out of the way. Let's do the red. Let's see if I've got a nice dark red. Let's see if we can put some shadows in. India red. Let's go here. It's still quite damp down there. Let's see if this helps at all. It should do, because we're using the lines again to put in more definition. Yeah, that looks better, doesn't it? Not doing anything hard, just following the lines, indicating shadows, and putting the pencil down there. Yep. How are you, Ray? I hope you're okay. Let me try another. What red is this? Cadmium red. Let's try this one. Oh yeah, I like that. Thank you, Miss Frances. This is the one we did quite dark. I wonder if we can get those shading bits in. Definitely see that now. This one. I think that does make a difference. What do you think? And for the yellows and orange, there's an oak yellow. Let's go. There's a quite bright orange here, and it is called orange. Might need my sharpener. Where did I put my pencil sharpener? There. I don't know, can you see that? It does, doesn't it, Francis? It does make a big difference. I mean, you can go even further and put in more details if you wanted to build up the colours. Oh, I got the tips came today, Miss Francis. Thank you. I'll be trying those out soon. Miss Francis gifted me a set of nibs for my wood burning tool, and that arrived today. So I'm really excited to try those out. This was the very light one. That didn't have much shading on it at all. Yeah, very light. And this was another light one. When I say light, I mean there wasn't a lot of shading in these two. There isn't much we can do with this one because I did go in dark in that. Oh, that's good, Alison. Bon appetit to Ben. Let's see, a blue. How dark do we want to go? What's this blue? Ah, it's blue. Yeah, the paper is buckling there. I did use quite a bit of water. So yeah, I would suggest using watercolour paper. Yeah, dark green. I won't go mad with the green because it's very abstract, the leaves. Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I think, what colour shall we do the bottom here? Hi Taz, thank you for joining us. How are you, Taz? I've been using some watercolour pencils, and I've got an adult colouring page that I printed off, and this is what we've got so far, and I've used some ordinary colouring pencils to go in to put in some more details. So I just wanted to know what colour shall I do the surface here. Anyone? Anyone? Come on, help me out here. I'll go with my aqua blends again. Actually, let me go with a brown, if I've got a dark brown. Bronze, it's called bronze, and let's do the centre of the flowers. I forgot to do those. Whilst everyone thinks about the colour of the bottom. Gosh, it's very windy here. Seagulls are having a party out there. Okay. Turquoise. 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 Do we have anything close to turquoise? Teal? Oh, is it windy there too? And it's very grey, and the moon's trying to come out. I think teal is the closest I've got. No, yeah. So we'll go with teal. Oh, what's this colour here? Metallic teal. Well, we've got metallic teal and teal. I think I'll stick with normal teal, because we've not gone metallic anywhere else. Yeah. I'm just going to go across with my pencil. That was my pencil. Where's my aquas? We need a teal in my aquas. Let's see if we've got anything close. What are you? I've got aqua. I've got lagoon. Let me show you. That's Lagoon. This one's Aqua. And this is the pencil Teal. So all very close. And then I think that's the closest I've got to Aqua. So should we go Aqua? Because it's a lighter. And I think I'm going to go in. Yeah, I'm going to dip my pencil in the water because it's just a large area. And I'm using Taz the Spectrum Noir Aqua Blends watercolouring pencils. And I was just showing them 3 different ways of using it. Pencil dipped in water, or putting it on directly on the paper and using your brush, or water to brush. Those were the 3 techniques I was showing. I think I'm going to go straight onto paper. It feels like it doesn't want to go on. It needs a bit of pressure. I'm just going to put a block colour on. I wasn't quite sure how far up to go there. I'm just going to let that dry just for a little while, and I'm going to go in with the colouring pencil. Put that away. Where did I get this from? That came from here. I'm just going to let that dry for a bit before I go in with the teal. Hopefully that's dark enough. It does look quite dark. I don't know if you can see that. Again, just simple colouring. And like I said, I'll put Ilene link to her channel in the description box and to her Facebook page where you can download these free images. On her YouTube channel at the moment, well, yesterday she was doing this image and she was using watercolour pencils. and she doesn't use anything special. She doesn't use artist brand pencils or markers. She just buys the generic stuff like we do off Temu and Amazon. I'm just using one pencil, one colour to do all the shading. And just pressing down harder or lighter, or putting more layers down, depending on how dark or light I want the lines to be. So I used earlier. Okay, and there we have it. Yes, I'll put the link in, Alison. Not a problem. And she's a lovely lady, and her group, the group of ladies that she has on her lives, very friendly. But it's 1 o'clock in the morning for us, Alison, to watch her live. There you go. If I'm up to it, I might do another live this evening, having a go at my carving tool. If I am going to do that, I'll put a post out and let you all know. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you all later. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And thank you so much for joining me today. You all take care now. Bye bye.